Hello, 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 guys. Hello. I'm dressed up. I'm dressed up right now for homecoming. So that's why I'm wearing a suit right now. And I did not dress up just to speak on a microphone. I dressed up because, well, homecoming. But that's not the point. We need to address the elephant in the room. And right now, the elephant in the room is the Democrats. Okay? The Democrats continue to spread their hateful rhetoric about Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump. Now, with that being said, name the president who ended 7 wars and just ended the 8th one. Joe Biden or Donald Trump? If you said Donald Trump, you're correct. Joe Biden didn't end a single war. Obama didn't end a single war. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, neither of them have ended a single war. Which president has ended 8 wars? Donald Trump. Okay? Donald Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Ironically, the only ones that are against Donald Trump being getting the Nobel Peace Prize is the Democrats. The only ones that seem to be against Donald Trump getting rewarded for ending 8 conflicts. It's crazy how the Democrats and the left had said, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Now, when Palestine has been freed and the guns have stopped firing, now silence, crickets. Not one free Palestine person is speaking about the fact that the hostages are finally being returned home. I literally watched a video yesterday. Last night, I watched a video of a hostage being turned back to his family, and then the hostage thanks Donald Trump personally. He said, "I thank you, President Trump." And honestly, it touches my heart. The fact that we have a president that cares so much about the hostages in Gaza because Biden didn't do crap about it. Biden was too busy trying to figure out how to give nukes to Ukraine. And let's be for real. If Biden would have stayed in office for another 4 years, the world wouldn't be here. Okay, he had Russia ticked. He had China ticked. Biden also had NATO ticked. And not to mention Turkey. Turkey would have left NATO because of Biden and his stupid shenanigans. Let's be 100% real. Biden was not the man for the job. Trump is better than Biden. Anyone would agree on that. I have met only a small handful of people that would say no, Biden was better than Trump. Although Trump would not be starting World War III. Biden almost started World War III twice. I'll be back. No, honestly. I'm back now, finally. No, honestly. The left has done nothing to stop or handle the problems we had. The left creates a problem, blames it on the Republicans, and then complains about it instead of actually fixing it. Okay? Like, for an example, rising grocery prices. Grocery prices did not start going up until October of 2025. October of 2022. I meant October of 2021, sorry. October of 2021. I said October 2025 because that's this currently. But no, October of 2021 was when prices, that would be exactly 4 years ago today. 4 years ago. 4 years ago exactly, that prices started going up. That was the Biden administration. The Democrats were in office in October of 2021. That's when they started their gender-affirming garbage and all the other crap stuff and the abortion garbage. I can't tell you how many times people have used rape to stinking back up and defend abortion, but rape is only 1% of abortions. Yep, 1%. 1% of abortions are because of rape. What about the other 99% of abortions that are just because, oh, well, I don't want the baby because it's inconvenient? See, this is exactly how the Holocaust started. Because they were defending the facts. They were defending people who were different than them. They pushed around this rhetoric that, oh, they're different, they're Jews, therefore they caused all the problem in Nazi Germany. Before you know it, people didn't speak out. People didn't speak out because they weren't Jew. Hitler literally targeted non-Jews because he was using Hitler literally used so many generalizations and stereotypes to defend his hate. What party in America right now is using stereotypes to spread their hate? The left. And I can give you an example. I hear all the time, I see all the time in comment sections on Instagram. The Republican, so therefore they're a fascist bigot. Anyone who's a Republican I've seen that it doesn't matter if they support Trump or not. If they vote red, they're a fascist bigot. I've seen it all around, bro. All around. So don't give me it's both sides garbage, because it's not both sides. It's one side. One side is trying to destroy America. The other side is trying to help it. I cannot give you any more examples than the ones that I have provided to you. And I will give you more if that's what you want. I will give you the example of inflation. Democrats didn't even try to lower inflation. They passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which did absolutely nothing. And look at prices now. Grocery prices are finally going down. Why would you think that is? Because we're not raising taxes on everybody. The left says, oh, no, we're going to raise taxes on the rich. Yeah. Name a society and country where solely taxing the rich helps. It doesn't. Who do you think provides all the jobs in this country? The rich. Who do you think pays the majority of the taxes in this country? The rich. Who do you think provides the jobs for you and me so we can get by on a daily basis? The rich. I can give you many examples. Number one, YouTube. Billionaires own Google, which owns YouTube. That's how they can afford to pay people for their videos. Who do you think owns the majority of companies? Who do you think owns the grocery stores you guys go to on a daily basis? Who do you think owns Walmart? Who do you think owns Kroger? Rich people own the corporations. So if you raise corporate taxes and you solely tax the rich, guess what? Rich people are going to flee the country, and guess what? We're going to see a economic disaster we've never seen before. I'm not exaggerating, because I did my research. When you solely tax the rich, you literally will drive them out of your country, and you will. How can we survive when we solely tax the rich? You have to tax everybody, or else I am not against the concept of a flat tax. I support a flat tax. I genuinely think that's what we need in this country. So that way the middle class doesn't get squished by these 25% taxes and 50% taxes the left wants to push around in this country, because they want to raise taxes on everybody. They want to raise taxes on the elderly. They want to raise taxes on the paycheck to paycheck Americans. Joe Biden did not denounce that. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Joe Biden started taxing seeking paycheck to paycheck Americans, because that's what they wanted. Okay, I have to go. Okay. I gotta sign off, but one more thing before I go. Do research. The left wants to see the destruction of this country.